has not gone around to inspect the pitches. It is the responsibility of the club licensing board to do that and make the recommendations to the Premier League board. And that has been done. We have reports that the pitches are ready for the Premier League.
Okay, Mr. Amoako, please, if I'm not dragging you back, the date has just been moved from 4th to 11th. What went into this decision? I
think I've made that very clear. It's in solidarity with the national team, the Black Stars. We hope and pray that they will go out to Sunday and play in the finals. So we are just keeping wait for them to finish and bring the cup before we kick off the league. So the decision to postpone it from 4th to 11th is just, or maybe should I say, you weren't anticipating that the country will go this far in the outcome? You see, you take decisions based on what is expedient at any given time, okay? We knew before this day that the finals will be played on the 15th of February, 5th February. But we knew also that the match will be played at 7 p.m. Okay? So we would have finished with our league matches by 5 p.m. before the matches come on. But look at the euphoria. Look at where the Black Stars have gotten to. It just dawns on you that, hey, let's stop everything and wait till they finish. It's as simple as that. On Saturday, Mr. Ashford said, if Ghana make it to the final, we're going to play the matches on Saturday. But we're going to play matches on Saturdays and Sundays. You know, the TV coverage for the matches, some matches are played on Saturdays and some are played on Sundays. But what he said was that all the matches will be played on Saturday. He didn't say so. If you check the fixtures, matches slated for Saturday and some slated for Sunday. I have not heard him say this. Okay. She was asking about club licensing. We've had problems with licensing because oftentimes clubs or TV's camera go to certain venues and they're like, this venue isn't good enough for TV coverage. What is the relationship with start time so that almost all clubs will have their matches covered? You cannot have all your matches covered in this part of the world. You don't have the resources to do that. So we cover 2 at a time in a week. That's all we can do for now until more OB vans are brought in, which they hope to do in subsequent years. We'll have much more matches covered under the league. But from where we sit, it's not the resources are not available to cover more. So we are doing with what we can.
Yes, and with when it comes to the league, they have some fans with their rowdyism and other kind of rowdyism, other kind of negative activities that happens at the various league centers. What are some of the actions that your outfit is taking in place to liaise with the GFA to be able to curb all those things?
You realize that especially last season, we did not have much of such activities by hooligans. It was very, very, very mild. We because of the nature of the structure of the PLB, which involves all the Premier League clubs on the board, we are able to, talk to our players, talk to our supporters, to, try and maintain some decorum of. So it's not been too bad of late, but as soon as we have problems or we get hint of any likelihood of disturbances, we put the security on alert and try to avert any.
So, sorry to bash in, but in a way to curb hooliganism, you are going to talk to your fans and the players to be able to curb that situation.
Yeah, that is what we do as part of the PLB meetings. When the things are not right, we discuss it and we urge our members on the board to ensure that there's sanity at the centers, and it is working.
Please, let me just follow up on this. We were made to understand that, or let's say one of the referees often say that hooliganism is due to ignorance of the fans, and maybe the players, and even officials of the decisions or officiating rules. Is there anything the PLB is doing so that players, officials, and fans will be educated to understand the rules of the game?
Whose point of view are you raising now?
I'm raising it hooliganism because most of the decisions,
officials,
most of the decisions
referees are telling you this.
Referees make the decisions.
Okay.
And when they make the decisions, because we don't understand, we often question, and that's where we go about with some of the actions.
They can make that. They can make that statement. It is true, and it could be true that spectators might not be able to comprehend the rules or governing the game at a particular time, and that might cause trouble for the. But I don't want to veer into that area at all. Football has been played in this country for several years, and every little boy understands this game.
But we
to some extent.
But we still record these incidents.
Yeah, we still record. Well, don't you record incidents abroad in so-called civilized leagues? Don't you record incidents? Haven't you seen some before? Of late, you watch on the internet. It happens. It's a human institution. You will have these things happening here and there. But I'm saying that generally, it's gone down drastically. I have been in football for several years. I've had to run from centers, been chased from centers when I was with Kotoko. But these days you don't have it. It's gone down drastically, and I think that it will get to the barest minimum.
Will the FA do, the PLB do something? Maybe just get officials to educate fans that, or maybe the players just go to the training ground of the club. Tell them these are the rules.
We do that, but get the regulations of the GFA and you would understand what the objectives of the PLB, what the PLB is set out to do. And we do everything that is set out in that provision.
Okay, so lastly, you were talking about not having a headline sponsor as at now, as we are just some few days to the Premier League. So I want to find out, is it in a way going to be a hindrance to some of the action that will be recorded?
Of course, if you have money, you can do a lot of things. If you don't have it, you can't do a lot of things. So once we don't have it as we speak, it will hinder some activities of the PLB. But all said and done, we should be able to run a smooth league.
But are there some companies on board?
That is not my area. I have not followed it, but we are assured by the FA that they're working very hard on that.
Last season, winner of the league took $30,000. This season, we are hearing reports that likely to be given $13,500.
Who said that? It is not true. That report I don't know where you are quoting this report. That the winner will be given $13,000. It is not true.
So how much is the winner taking?
It has not been decided. We look for the money before we announce.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.